Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy, y'all's chosen one. Continuing the book of Numbers, chapter 20. Gonna get at it. Then came the children of Yasharal, even the whole congregation, sorry about that, into the desert of Zin in the first month, and the people abode in Kadesh. And Miriam died there and was buried there. So Miriam didn't even make it. She died in the desert of Zin. And there was no water for the congregation, and they gathered themselves together against Moshe and against Aaron. Of course, if you don't have water, the grumblings will start. Fleshly speaking, you know, I guess that's human nature, I suppose. And the people chode with Moshe and spoke, saying, "With the power that we have died when our brethren died before Ayah, and why have we brought up the congregation of Ayah into the wilderness, that we and our cattle should die there?" I wonder when we have to go into the wilderness again if it's going to be a repeat. I haven't got to the New Testament yet, which I'm starting to study a little bit, but I think it's just a plagiarism of the Old Testament. They kind of linked it together. But, "And wherefore have ye made us to come up out of Egypt?" Sorry, I got a cold. "To bring us into the evil place. It is no place of seed, or figs, or vines, or of pomegranates, neither is there any water to drink." And Moshe and Aaron went from the presence of the assembly unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and they fell upon their faces, and the glory of Ayah appeared unto them. And Ayah spake unto Moshe, saying, "Take the rod, and gather thou the assembly together, thou and Aaron thy brother, and speak ye into the rock before their eyes, and it shall give forth its water. And thou shalt bring forth to them water out of the rock. So thou shalt give the congregation and their beasts drink." And Moshe took the rod from before Ayah, as he commanded him. And Moshe and Aaron gathered the congregation together before the rock. And he said unto them, "Hear now, ye rebels, must we fetch you water out of this rock?" Moshe lifted up his hand, and with his rod he smote the rock twice. And the water came out abundantly, and the congregation drank, and their beast also. It's like a waterfall. Found this rock, tapped it, water came down. And Ayah spake unto Moshe and Aaron, "Because ye believe me not to sanctify me in the eyes of the children of Yasharal, therefore ye shall not bring this congregation to the land which I have given them." This is the water of Meriah, because the children of Yasharal strove with Ayah, and he was sanctified in them. Because you believe me not. Maybe because he didn't do it in Ayah's name, or because the past things that they did. And Moshe sent messengers from Kadesh unto the king of Edom. Thus saith the brother Yasharal, "Thou knowest all that travail that have befallen us, how our fathers went down into Egypt, and we have dwelt in Egypt a long time, and the Egyptians vexed us and our forefathers and our fathers. And when we cried unto Ayah, he heard our voice, and sent Amalek, and have brought us forth out of Egypt. or Mitzrayim. And behold, we are in Kadesh, a city in the uttermost of thy border. Let us pass, I pray thee, through thy country. We will not pass through the fields or through the vineyards, neither will we drink of the water of the wells. We will go by the king's highway. We will not turn to the right hand nor to the left until we have passed thy borders. And Edom said unto him, Thou shalt not pass by me, lest I come out against thee with the sword. Now, reading in the book of Jasher, chapter 84, and we have verse 25 and 26. So, the whole congregation came to the wilderness of Sin in the first month of the 40th year from the departure from Mitzrayim. And the children of Yashar dwelt there in Kadesh of the wilderness of Sin. And Miriam died there, and she was buried and was buried there. At that time, Moshe sent messengers to Hadad, king of Edom. So now, we even know of the king's name. His name was Hadad. Thus says the brother Yasha'al, Let me pass, I pray thee, through thy land. We will not pass through the field or vineyard. We will not drink the water of the well. We will walk in the king's road. And Edom said unto him, Thou shalt not pass through my country. And Edom went forth to meet the children of Yasha'al with a mighty people. And look at that. So now, when this one, he even tells us that, and Edom went forth to me, and they even came out with people. And the children of Yasha'al said unto him, We will go by the highway, and if I and my cattle drink of thy water, then I will pay for it. I will only, without doing anything else, go through on my feet. And he said, Thou shalt not go through. And Edom came out against him, and with much people, and with a strong hand. Thus Edom refused to give Yasha'al passage through his border. Wherefore Yasha'al turned away from him. And the children of Yasha'al, even the whole congregation, journeyed from Kadesh and came unto Mount Hor. And Ayah spake unto Moshe and Aaron in the Mount Hor by the coast of the land of Edom, saying, Aaron shall be gathered unto his people, for he shall not enter into the land which I have given unto the children of Yasha'al, because ye rebelled against my word at the water of Meriah. So they did do something, because I don't think they did it in the Most High's name. Moses said, shall I give you water, instead of saying the Most High will give you water. So he kind of rebelled against the Most High. Take Aaron and Eleazar his son, and bring him up to the Mount Hor, and strip Aaron of his garments, and put them upon Eleazar his son, and Aaron shall be gathered unto his people, and shall die there. So we start in, let's continue reading. And when all the congregation saw that Aaron was dead, they mourned for Aaron 30 days, even all the house of Yasha'al. So we continue in Jasher, chapter 84, verse 27. And the children of Esau refused to let the children of Yasha'al pass through the land, so the Israelites removed them and fought not against them. For before this, Ayah had commanded the children of Yasha'al, saying, Ye shall not fight against the children of Esau. Therefore the Israelites removed them and did not fight against them. So the children of Yasha'al departed from Kadesh, and all the people came to Mount Hor, just like the Bible says. At that time Ayah said to Moshe, Tell thy brother Aaron that he shall die there, for he shall not come to the land which I have given to the children of Yasha'al. And Aaron went up at the command of Ahijah to Mount Hor in the 40th year, in the 5th month, in the 1st day of the month. And Aaron was 123 years old when he died in Mount Hor. That completely connects with what the Bible is saying right here. So, two things I get out of this chapter. First thing, if the Most High tells you to do something in His name, don't rebel against Him. Don't try to take all the credit. The only one worthy of praise is the Most High. He gives you things. Second thing is, we see that Edom, our brother, once again are against us. All we wanted to do was just pass through the road to get to the other side, and he's saying no. And not only is he saying no, but he's sending troops against us to attack us. And if, from what I've read, if that is Edom of today, because Edom is the final kingdom, then it makes sense to who Edom is right now. Alright, this is your boy, Yah's Chosen One. I will get back at you on chapter 21 on the next vid. Shalom.